Today I woke up in San Antonio, Texas for the first time in my life, so that's pretty neat. Check that one off the list. Not that San Antonio is on my bucket list or anything, but it's always fun to go somewhere new. Unfortunately, I'm not just here for funsies, but fortunately, I'm here with Subto Owners Club for the first immersion of the year, so that's gonna be fun. Per usual, on the flight over, I did the homework that I was supposed to be doing all week. I procrastinated. Nothing new, Cooper, nothing new. We gotta fix those habits if we wanna be successful. But anyways, I thought that the questions were very, very introspective, and I really enjoyed answering them, and I thought, man, these would make a really good video. So, I'm going to read you some of my answers and some of the questions, and maybe you can answer these questions for yourself and help yourself grow as a person, or an entrepreneur, or an athlete, or whatever it is you're trying to do. Anyways, I got my handy dandy journal here. Shout out Rally Point Journals. If you're looking for some accountability in your life, check out rallypointjournals.com. The first question of the homework was, who is the person you are choosing to become? Describe that person in behavioral terms. How do you operate? I already have a morning routine in place, but I'm very inconsistent and terrible at following it. And I know that you fall to the level of your systems. So, if I were to actually follow this routine that I want to do and that I have set in place, I know I'll be much more successful. So this is the person that I want to become, their morning routine. On any given day, I'd wake up, go get a drink of water immediately, hydrate, because I know I'm dehydrated after not having any water for 8 hours. Go outside, get some sunlight, do a little walking, so I have that forward ambulation. That's like one of those Andrew Huberman tactics to kind of wake yourself up. Weather permitting, get some grounding, so walk without shoes on. Couldn't really tell you the science behind forward ambulation, getting sunlight in your eyes in the morning, or grounding, but people smarter than me think that it's beneficial, and it makes sense. So while I'm out on that walk or while I'm stretching, I'm going to say my morning affirmations or prayers to kind of put myself in the right headspace and also kill two birds with one stone. Once I got my body moving, I'll head over to the kitchen for a little protein and a little caffeine. Surprise, surprise, this is the only part that I'm consistent about now. Every morning for the last couple of months I've had 4 eggs with some salt, maybe some garlic, maybe some pepper if I'm feeling spicy, and then I have a cup of coffee with my creatine and a little bit of honey because I can't take the bitterness of coffee. And that seems to work really well for me right now, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess, right? And while I drink my eggs and eat my coffee, I'll play a game of chess to make sure that I'm thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead. Chess is the game of kings. Immediately following that, I'll check my calendar and check my emails so I know exactly what I have to do for the day. And once I'm done with that, should be around 10 a.m., I enter my first block of real work, marketing and content creation. Because if nobody knows who you are, nobody can help you. That'll last somewhere between 2 and 3 hours and will include me posting on things like Meta, which is Facebook, Instagram, Threads, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, X, and Snapchat. Currently, I'm very inefficient at doing that, but the goal would be to make long-form content like this and cut it down into short-form content like the things you see on Instagram Reels, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, TikTok. Once I'm done with my marketing, I'll have a quick lunch, which just like my eggs, I'm very consistent about. Every day I have a bowl of plain Greek yogurt with some fruit in it and a little bit of honey to sweeten it up. The next 2 blocks of my day are where I need the most help and where I need to learn the most. This is my real estate block. I am wildly inefficient about my work when I'm in real estate. I don't know what I'm best at, I don't know what I'm worst at, but I'm not really, really good at any of it, which is a problem. I'm decent at a lot of it though. So my goal for the next year is to find out what I'm best at in real estate and then get wildly good at it. So much so that I can pay other people to do everything else. So I'm not going to elaborate on the next 2 blocks very much because I don't really know what they're going to look like, but I do know they're going to look really good when they start going well. I should get done with my real estate block work right around 6 p.m., which is about 11 hours after I've woken up, assuming that sunrise is right around 7 a.m. Body temperature wise, there are 2 optimal times during your day to do a workout. 2 hours after you wake up and 11 hours after you wake up. So that's why I would like to get a lift in from 6 to 7 p.m. Following my evening lift, back to the kitchen for some more protein. I have a lot more variability in my dinners than I do my breakfast and lunch, but I still like protein. After dinner, all screens will be cut out so I can optimize my sleep the next night. The next 1/2 hour, 2/2 hour, if you get that reference, we're gonna be friends. I'll do things like read a book that'll teach me something, write a little bit of reflection in my journal, and then right before bed, take a hot shower because the brain has to drop 2 to 3 degrees from what it's either brain or body temperature, has to drop 2 to 3 degrees for you to fall asleep. So I'd like to get myself really warm before I go lay down in bed, and then that way, as I'm laying in bed, my body's cooling off, and I can fall into sleep quicker. Same reason I cut out all blue lights right before bed. The next question is, why does it matter that you become this person? Well, if I had to answer in like one sentence why I want financial freedom, the world's run by satanic pedophiles, and it's super not cool that I have to answer to them. But obviously there's other reasons too, right? One of the other main things is God wouldn't have given me the character development that he has if he didn't expect me to achieve more. God has given me the potential to achieve so much, and it would be a disservice to him for me not to achieve it. It would also be a disservice to everybody who's ever supported me or believed in me or trusted me if I didn't achieve what I am set out to achieve right now, and more. I don't know if this is weird or not, but I make a lot of decisions with my future hypothetical children in mind, and they deserve, and their kids kids, so my grandkids, deserve to eat clean food and drink clean water and breathe clean air. And not to be like a conspiracy theorist or everything like that, but the stuff that you get in most grocery stores isn't that. And is it a conspiracy theory if it's not a theory? I digress. Question number 3. What does this person believe about themselves? I know what I'm destined to be. Life just hasn't caught up yet. I'm the hardest worker out there. I just haven't optimized yet. I know I'm not the smartest and I'm not the most informed, but I believe I am intelligent, and if I need to solve a problem, I can go out there and find the information needed to solve it. Question 4 is, what are some non-negotiables or floor behaviors for this person? Eating and drinking as clean as the scenario permits. Obviously not letting perfect be the enemy of good. We're going to be as good as we can while not hindering my life. I like to keep in mind when I'm out with family and friends, hey, we're having a good time, let's have a beer or two. Maybe we're at a baseball game, let's have a hot dog. It's not going to kill you. But also, this is my only vessel, right? So if I don't treat it well, I'm screwed. Another floor behavior would just be a good person and be helpful. And remember that Jesus walked with sinners. And surely you're going to falter, but make up for it and acknowledge it. And I haven't really found the wording that I want for this next one, but something along the lines of never do anything that isn't worth my best effort. Because why give half-ass, right? The 5th question, and I think the question I'm going to end this video on, is what have you done to deserve consistent business? And recently I found myself asking, what day is it? Pretty consistently. Every day looks very similar to me. The only difference is like, am I going to church on Sunday or am I seeing my dad on Saturday? Everything else, I wake up, I work out, I network, I market, I underwrite, I call people, I clean some, I sleep, I repeat. Like, it's very cut and dry, the same thing over and over and over again. What can I say? I'm a sucker for my systems. Like I said earlier in the video, you follow the level of your systems. So if my systems aren't in place and aren't running well, I'll never be anything.